Moving to arts and entertainment, and Sheila Zucker attended rehearsals for a new local production of the Broadway classic Guys and Dolls, which opens next week.
And now for the feature number of the evening.
It's about gamblers and their girls, and it's familiar to many. Rehearsals for the upcoming Guys and Dolls, with its Damon Runyon characters and Frank Lozier music, are in full swing for the Capitol Music Theater of Jerusalem's premiere production.
There's been many productions in this country in English. Our production is at a cost at the moment. We hope it's not going to be much more, but close to 500,000 shekels. I think it's one of the largest musicals ever produced as a community theater in this country.
Cast members include English speakers like Gabrielle Shine, the Brit with the Brooklyn accent, and the dancers of Horror Jerusalem.
My mother taught me to speak properly, absolutely the Queen's English like Lady Diana, and here I am talking Brooklyn. Hi everybody, how are ya?
The Anglo-Saxon actors run the gamut from amateurs to professionals, with musical direction by Paul Salter and direction and choreography by Shuki Wagner. The dice are hot and the stakes are high in this award-winning musical comedy, but the cast is a winner, and it's a good bet that you'll love the production. 18 performances in Jerusalem and Tel Aviv, beginning Monday, May 14th.
Goodbye now!
Sheila Zucker for IBA's Arts and Entertainment.
I got the horse right here, the name is Paul Revere, and there's a guy who says if the weather's clear, can't do. This guy says the horse can't do. If he says the horse can't do.
I'm taking Valentine, cause on the morning line, the guy has got him figured at 5 to 9. But look at this town, as by a half, this guy guy says the horse has
telegraph. It's all right.
This guy calls the horse has bread.
Last night.
I heard it's Valentine, cause on the morning line beside the jockey's brother, a friend of mine. And just a minute, boys, I got the race. Boss noise, this guy says the horse was met with poise.
I show you Paul Revere, show you my mom's fear.
This
I'm a
guy says the
handicap,
horse
show you
has
class.
race. I get from Valentine, cause on the morning line, the guy just got him figured it's 5 to 9. So make it up this town, as by our half. This guy says the horse has telegram. And the guy, Valentine, I got the horse right here.
Put down the bottle and we'll say no more. Wallow, wallow, before you take another swallow. Follow the moon and stray no more. Stray no more, stray no more. Tear up your comfort and we'll play no more. Follow, follow the moon to the meadows where the sun shines out of the darkness. And the raining shame in which you wallow. Follow the cold and stray no more. Stray no more, stray no more. If you're a sinner and you pray no more. Follow, follow the moon. Brothers and sisters, resist the devil and he will flee from you. That is what the Bible tells us. And that is why I am standing here in the devil's own city, on the devil's own street, prepared to do battle with the forces of evil. Hear me, you gamblers, with your dice, your cards, your horses. Pause and think before it is too late. Repent. You are in great danger. I am not speaking of the prison and the gallows, but of the greater punishment which awaits you. Repent before it is too late. Just around the corner is our little mission, where you are always welcome to seek refuge from this jungle of sin. Come here and talk to me. Do not think of me as Sergeant Sarah Brown, but as Sarah Brown, your sister. Join me, brothers and sisters, in resisting the devil, and we could put him to flight forever. Remember, friends, it is the Save a Soul mission, located at 409 West 49th Street. Open all day and night with a special prayer meeting Thursday.
What is Sarah? I what a refined doll like her is doing mixed up in this missing dodge.
She is a beautiful doll, all right, with 100% eyes.
You know, it's too bad that a refined doll like her has to waste all the time being good. You're not going to make any money from that.
Maybe she was part of the mission.
Hey, Benny South Street.
Harry the Horse, how are you? You know nicely, Johnson.
Yeah, how goes it?
Nicely, nicely.
Listen, has Nathan Detroit found a place for his crap game yet?
We don't know
Yeah,
yet.
the heat is on.
Still looking for a place.
Tell him I'm loaded and looking for action. I just acquired 5,000 potatoes.
$5,000.
Where did you acquire it?
And I collected the reward on my father.
Everybody is looking for action. I hope Nathan finds a place for this crap game.
Lieutenant Brannigan, Mr. South Street. It's Lieutenant Brannigan from the New York Police Department.
Pleasure.
Pleasure.
Any of you guys seen Nathan Detroit?
Nathan.
Which in Detroit is that?
I mean the Nathan Detroit who's been running a floating crap game around here and getting away with it by moving it to a different spot every night.
Why are you telling us this, Your Honor?
I am telling you guys this because I know you two bums work for Detroit, rustling up customers for his crap game.
We do?
Yeah. You can tell him for me. I know that right now he's running around trying to find a spot. Well, nobody's going to give him a spot because they all know that Brannigan's breathing down their neck.
Hiya, Nathan.
Fellas, I'm having real terrible trouble. Everybody is scared on account of that lousy Brannigan and...
Something wrong, Detroit?
Hello, Lieutenant. I hope you don't think I was talking about you. There are other lousy Brannigans.
Detroit, I have been talking to your colleagues here about your crap game. I imagine you are having trouble finding a place.
Well, the heat is on, as you must know from the fact that you now have to live on your salary.
Nathan, she find a place for the game.
What does a cop want from me? What am I, a sex maniac? I merely run a crap game for the convenience of those who want a little action, in return for which I take a small cut. Is that such a crime? Yeah.
Maybe you find a place for
Find
the
a place.
game.
I find a place. Yes, I found a place.
All right.
We are holding the crap game tomorrow night at the Radio City Music Hall.
Well, how are you going to fix the ushers?
I tried all the regular places, the back of the cigar store, the funeral parlor.
Hey, you once mentioned the possibility of using the Biltmore garage.
I was over to the Biltmore garage, spoke to Joey Biltmore himself.
Right.
He says he might take a chance and let me use the place if I give him $1,000.
$1,000?
In cash. He won't take my marker.
Your marker's no good, huh?
Hey, what do you mean? A marker ain't just a piece of paper that says, I owe you $1,000, signed Nathan Detroit. A marker is like a pledge, which a guy can't welch on it. It's like not saluting the flag. My marker is as good as gold. Only Joey Biltmore don't think so. It don't seem possible, me, without a livelihood. Why, I've been running the crap game ever since I was a juvenile delinquent.
Then can't you do something?
What can I do? I'm broke. I couldn't even buy Adelaide a present today when, you know what day today is.
No.
It is mine and Adelaide's 14th anniversary.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah, we've been engaged 14 years.
Mason, concentrate on the crap game. The town's up to here with high players. The Greek's in town.
Breezy Bottle Bates.
Scranton Slim.
I know I can make a fortune, but where can I have the game?
The Biltmore garage wants a grand.
But we ain't got a grand on hand.
And they now got a lock on the door of the gym at PS 84.
There's the stock room behind McCluskey's bar.
But Mrs. McCluskey, she ain't a good scout.
And things being how they are, the back of the police station is out.
So the Biltmore garage is the spot.
But the $1,000 we ain't got.
Why, it's good old reliable Nathan, Detroit. If you're looking for action, he'll furnish the spot. Even when the heat is on, it's never too hot. Not for good old reliable Nathan, for it's always just a short walk to the oldest established floating crap game in New York. There are well-heeled shooters everywhere, and an awful lot of letters for the fella who can get us. If we only had a lousy little grab, we could be a millionaire. Good old reliable Nathan, Detroit. If the size of your bundle you want to increase, he'll arrange that you go broke in quiet and peace. In a hideout provided by Nathan, where there are no neighbors to squawk. It's the oldest established permanent floating crap game in New York. Where's the action? Where's the game? Gotta have the game or we'll die from shame. It's the oldest established permanent floating crap game in New York.
Gentlemen, do not worry. Nathan Detroit's crap game will float again. My boys will let you know where it is.
Okay, Nate. Don't worry, Angie said, you know who else is looking for action? Sky Masterson. Sky Masterson's in town.
Sky Masterson? Well, there's the highest player of them all.
Higher than the Greek?
Higher than anybody. What do you think they call him Sky? That's how high he bets. I once saw him bet $5,000 on a cockroach race. And another time he was sick and he wouldn't take penicillin on account. He had bet 10 C's that his temperature would go to 104.
Did it?
Did it? He's so lucky it went up to 106. Good old Sky.
Hey, maybe you could borrow the 1,000 from Sky.
Nah, not Sky. With him, that kind of money ain't lending money. It's betting money. So why don't I bet him? Why don't I bet him 1,000 on something?
Come on, Nathan, you would bet with Sky Masterson.
I ain't scared. I am perfectly willing to take the risk, providing I can figure out on a bet in which there is no chance of losing. He likes crazy bets like which lump of sugar will a fly sit on, or how far you can kick a piece of cheesecake, or... Cheesecake? Oh, look, run into Mindy's restaurant and ask Mindy how many pieces of cheesecake he sold yesterday, and also how many pieces of strudel.
How much cheesecake? How much strudel?
Yeah, what do you
wanna
know that for?
I'll just find out. Oh, Here comes Adelaide. If she hears I am running the crap game, she will never set foot on me again. Now go on, beat it.
All right.
Hello, Nathan dear.
Adelaide, pigeon!
You go on ahead, girls. Order me a tuna fish on rye and a chocolate sundae with tomato ketchup and mayonnaise. Okay, Alan. Bye. Oh, we gotta get back to the hot box.
You're still rehearsing?
Yeah, that slave driver Charlie. He's been working us all day. Finally, I says to him, Charlie, I'm starving. I gotta get out of here and get something to eat. And he says, you don't want to eat. You want to sneak out and meet that cheap bum Nathan Detroit.
So, what did you tell him?
I told him. I will meet whomever I want.
Well, don't upset yourself. How's your cold?
Oh, it's much better, thank you. Oh, Nathan, happy anniversary.
A present for me?
I hope you like it.
A belt?
Read the card.
Sugar is sweet and so is jelly. So put this belt around your belly. Oh, darling, that is so sweet. Look, honey, about your present, I was going to get you a diamond wristwatch with a gold band and 2 rubies on the side.
Oh, Nathan, you shouldn't have.
It's all right, I didn't. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I kind of like it when you forget to give me presents. It makes me feel like we're married.
Don't worry, honey. One of these days, I'll be in the money, and you'll have more mink than a mink.
Nathan, darling, I could do without anything, just so long as you don't start running that crap game again.
A crap game? What an absurd thought.
1,200 cheesecake and 1,500 strudel.
Huh?
Yesterday, Mindy stole 1,200 cheesecake and 1,500 strudel.
More strudel than cheesecake. That's great.
Nathan, what is this?
Nothing, honey. Nothing.
Hey, any news yet?
Not yet, Harry. I'll let you know later.
Okay, Detroit.
Well, what was that about?
His wife's having a baby.
Why is he asking you?
He's nervous. It's his first wife. Look, Adelaide, I'm expecting a fellow, and I know you're hungry.
Nathan, are you trying to get rid of me?
No, I just don't want your sandwich to get soggy, that's all. Look, Phyllis, why don't you take Adelaide to the drugstore?
Nathan, you're so thoughtful. You're just a sweet
Oh my gosh, Miss Adelaide.
Goodbye.
Hey, Masterson! Glad to see you, Scott.
Nathan, you old promoter, you.
How are you, Scott? You look great.
Feel great, Nathan. 2 wonderful weeks out west in Nevada. Great place. Beautiful scenery, helpful climate, and I beat him for 50 G's at blackjack.
50 G's? You gonna be in town long?
No, flying to Havana tomorrow.
Havana?
Yeah, there's a lot of action down there. You want to come with me?
No, I got a lot of things to do. Meantime, how about dropping over to Mindy's for a piece of cheesecake? They sell a lot of cheesecake.
Nah, I'm not hungry. Tell me, how's Adelaide?
Fine, still dancing at the hot box.
I suppose one of these days you'll be getting married.
Well, we all gotta go sometime.
But Nathan, we can fight it. Hey, guys like us, Nathan, we gotta remember that pleasant as a doll's company may be, she must always take second place to aces back to back.
Yeah, tell me, you hungry yet? Maybe we can go to Mindy's for a piece of cheesecake or strudel or
No, I think I'll go get the late results.
But you will admit Mindy's has the greatest cheesecake in the country.
Yes, I'm quite partial to Mindy's cheesecake.
Who ain't? And yet, there are some people who like Mindy's strudel. Now, offhand, what do you think he sells more of? The cheesecake or the strudel?
Well, I never give it much thought. But if everybody's like I am, I'd say Mindy sells much more cheesecake than strudel.
For how much?
Huh?
For how much?
Why, Nathan, I never knew you to be a betting man. You always take a percentage off the top.
Well, for old time's sake, I thought I'd give you a little action. I will bet you $1,000 that yesterday Mindy sold more strudel than cheesecake.
Nathan, let me tell you a story.
Huh?
When I was a young man about to go out into the world, my father tells me a very valuable thing. He says to me like this, "Son," the old guy says, "I'm sorry I'm not able to bankroll you to a very large start, but not having any potatoes to give you, I'm now going to stake you to some very valuable advice. One of these days in your travels, a guy's going to come to you and show you a nice brand new deck of cards on which the seal is not yet broken. And this guy's going to offer to bet you that he can make the jack of spades jump out of the deck and squirt cider in your ear. But son, do not bet this man, for as sure as you stand there, you are going to wind up with an ear full of cider." Now, Nathan, I do not claim that you have been clocking Mindy's cheesecake.
You don't think
However,
that's actually...
if you're really looking for some action, I will bet you the same 1,000 that you do not know the color of the necktie you have on. Well?
No bet. Blue, what a crazy color.
We took Miss Adelaide to the drugstore.
Hiya, Scott.
Hey, how's it with you fellas?
Not bad.
Nicely. Nathan, we took Miss Adelaide to the drugstore. She told me to tell you to be sure you pick her up after the show at the Hot Box. And don't be late.
Yes, dear. Yes.
Yes, dear. That is husband talk if I ever heard it. Nathan, you are trapped. In Adelaide, you have the kind of doll that is most difficult to unload.
I don't want to unload her. I love Adelaide, and a guy without a doll is, well, if a guy does not have a doll, who would holler at him? A doll is a necessity.
Nathan, I'm not putting the rap on dolls. I just say a guy should have them around when he wants them. And, well, they're easy to find.
Not dolls like Adelaide.
Nathan, all dolls are the same.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And how come you ain't got a doll? How come you're going to Havana alone without one?
I like to travel light. But if I wish to take a doll to Havana, there's a large assortment available.
Not real high-class dolls.
Any doll, you name her.
Any doll, and I name her. Will you bet on that? Will you bet $1,000 that if I name a doll, you will take it to Havana tomorrow?
You got a bet.
I name her.
Huh? Cider.
Someday I'm going to take a pickaxe and just rip a Broadway from end to end.
They do that every day.
Do you take sinners here?
Indeed we do. Sarah.
But how do you do?
My name is Abernathy. Arvide Abernathy.
Sky Masterson,
What's wrong?
my heart is heavy with sin.
Ah, you poor man.
I've wasted my life in gambling and evil betting, but I've suddenly realized the terrible things that betting can lead to.
Agatha,
Yes, Brother Arvide.
coffee.
Didn't I see you a little while ago on Broadway?
Possibly. I've been wandering around trying to get up the courage to come here.
And you're willing to give up gambling?
Gladly. I would never have become a gambler at all had I not fallen in with evil companions who were always offering me sucker bets.
Here, young man.
Thank you. It makes me feel good just to talk to you people.
Well, you keep right on talking to Sister Sarah, and you'll be all right. I'm glad you found us.
Well, the Bible says, seek and ye shall find.
Very good. I wish we could reach more sinners like you. We're out every day trying.
Maybe you should try the nighttime.
How's that?
Well, as a former sinner, I happen to know that the best time to find sinners is between midnight and dawn. You might even try having an all-night session against the devil.
A very good suggestion indeed. Thank you, Brother Masterson.
You're welcome.
Coffee is so good. I can't understand why it isn't a sin.
Fine old gentleman. I suppose he sort of looks after you?
We look after each other.
Uh-huh. I suppose if either of you goes someplace, the other goes along?
Yes, of course.
Of course.
Here are two of our pamphlets I think you should read. They'll give you a good deal of comfort.
Thank you.
And we're holding a special prayer meeting this Thursday, which I'm sure you'll wish to attend.
I'm sure, Miss Sarah. I hope you will not think I'm getting out of line, but I think it is wonderful to see a pretty doll like you, a nice lady like you, sacrificing herself for the sake of others, staying here in this place. You ever go anyplace else? Travel or something?
I would like to go to Africa.
That's a little far. But there are a lot of wonderful places just a few hours from New York by plane. Ever been in a plane?
No.
Oh, it is wonderful.
Here's another pamphlet I think you should read.
Thank you. Of course, I will need a lot of personal help from you. My heart is as black as 2 feet down a wolf's gullet.
And I'll be speaking at the Thursday prayer
I
meeting.
need private lessons. Why don't we have dinner or something?
I think not, Mr. Masterson.
Sorry. Just blossoming under the warmth of your kindness. Hey, that's wrong.
What's wrong?
That's not Proverbs, that's Isaiah.
It's Proverbs.
Sorry, no peace unto the wicked, Isaiah. Chapter 57, verse 22. Isaiah?
Isaiah.
There are two things been in every hotel room in the country. Sky Masterson and the Gideon Bible. I must have read the good book 10 or 12 times.
You've read the Bible 12 times.
What's wrong with the Bible? Besides, in my business, the strangest information frequently comes in handy. I once won 5 G's on a parlay. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Tell me, Mr. Masterson, why are you here?
I told you, I'm a sinner.
You're lying.
Well, lying's a sin. Look, I'm a big sinner. If you get me, it's 8 to 5. The others will follow. You need sinners, don't you?
We're managing.
Let's be honest. This mission's laying an egg. Why don't you let me help you? I bet I can fill this place with sinners.
I don't bet.
I'll make you a proposition. When's this big meeting of yours? Thursday? I will guarantee to fill that meeting with 12 genuine sinners. I'll also guarantee that they'll sit still and listen to you.
And what's my end of this bargain?
Have dinner with me.
Why did you want to have dinner with me?
I'm hungry. Here,
What's this?
Sky Masterson's marker for 12 sinners. If you don't think it's good, ask anyone in town. I owe you 12 sinners. I'll pick you up at noon tomorrow for dinner.
At noon?
And it'll take us some time to get there.
To get where?
To my favorite restaurant.
And where's that?
El Cafe Cubano in Havana.
El Cafe Cubano? Havana?
Where do you want to eat? Howard Johnson's?
Havana?
Why not? The plane gets us there in 5 hours and back the same night. And the food is great.
Oh, I now realize, Mr. Gambler, when you were describing the blackness in your heart, you didn't do yourself justice.
And I now realize, Sister Sarah, that no matter how beautiful a sergeant is, she's still a sergeant.
Please go away.
Why don't you change your pitch, Sarge? Come to the mission one and all except guys. I hate guys.
I don't hate anybody.
Except me. I'm relieved to know it's just me personally and not all guys in general. It is nice to know, Miss Sarah, that somewhere in the world there's a guy who might appeal to you. I wonder what this guy will be like.
He will not be a gambler.
I am not interested in what he will not be. I am interested in what he will be.
Don't worry. I'll know. For I've imagined every bit of him, from his strong moral fiber to the wisdom in his head, to the holy aroma of his life.
You have wished yourself a Scarsdale Galahad, the breakfast-eating book for this type.
Yes, and I shall meet him when the time is right.
You've got the guy all figured out.
I have.
Including what he smokes. All figured out.
All figured out. And now, when my love comes along, I won't take chance, for he'll be just what I need. That's a fly-by-night Broadway romance.
And you'll know at a glance by the 2 pair of pants.
By his calm, steady voice, knows me on the ground. And now, when I run to his arms, at last I can always safe and sound. Until then, I shall wait. Until then, I'll be here.
No, you're talking about love. You can't dope it like that. What are you picking, a guy or a horse?
I wouldn't expect a gambler to understand.
Would you like to hear how a gambler feels about the big hot dog?
No.
Well, I'll tell you. Mine will come as a surprise to me. Mine I leave to chance and chemistry.
Chemistry?
Yeah, chemistry. Suddenly I'll I'll know then and there. I'll know at the sight of her face how I care, how I care, how I care. And I'll stop and I'll stare and I'll know long before we can speak. I'll know in my heart. I'll know, and I won't ever ask, am I right, am I wise, am I smart? But I'll stop and I'll stare at that face in the throne. Yes, I'll know when my love comes along. When my love comes I'll drop in again. In case you want to take a crack at the other cheek.
Take a chance. My love will be just what I need. Not some fly-by-night Broadway romance. Until then, I shall wait. Until then, all is
Hello. Hello, is this the Biltmore garage? Let me speak to Joey Biltmore.
Who's this?
Nathan Detroit.
This is Joey. What do you want?
Joey, I'm calling about the, you know.
The what?
The crap game.
The what?
The crap game.
What did you say, Nathan?
The crap game.
Oh, don't say that on the phone. Suppose the cops are listening.
I'm sorry, the dice game. Look, Joey, is it okay if I use your place tomorrow night?
Yes, if I get $1,000.
I'll have it tomorrow.
Well, then you call me tomorrow.
Listen, Joey, if you're going to take that attitude, I'll have to have the game someplace else.
Well, then have it someplace else.
Where else can I have it? Joey, the dough is guaranteed. Would I lie to you?
Yes.
I'm getting it from Sky Masterson.
How do you know?
It's a bet I can't lose. I bet him he could not take a doll to Havana.
Now, why couldn't he?
Because she ain't the kind of doll that goes to Havana.
Where does she go, then?
She don't go no place. That's why I know I'm gonna win.
Ah, don't be so sure, Nathan. It ain't a horse. It's a doll you're talking about.
But Joey...
Nathan, there will be no crap game here tomorrow unless I get me dough in advance.
Joey, you've known me for a long time.
And that's why I want it in advance.
Well, I can't talk no more. I gotta meet Adelaide at the hot box. Look, just one thing. Can I at least tell the guys the game is gonna be at your place?
Not until I get the dough.
Okay, you'll get it. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I hope he gets stabbed by a Studebaker.
You too.
And now, for the grand finale of the Round the World Review, we take you down on the farm with our star, Miss Adelaide and the Hot Box, Chick, Chicky!
bushel and a peck, and a hug around the neck, a hug around the neck, and a barrel and a heap, a barrel and a heap, and I'm talking in my sleep about you. About you? About you. I'm hard sleeping. I'm having trouble sleeping. 'Cause I love you, a bushel and a peck. You bet your pretty neck I do. Diddle-diddle-diddle, diddle-diddle-diddle, diddle-diddle-diddle. Come on, girls. I love you, a bushel and a peck, a bushel and a peck. Oh, beats me all to heck. Beats me all to heck. I will ever tend the farm, ever tend the farm when I want to give my arms about you. About you? About you. About the chicken. I'm going to the chicken. 'Cause I love you, a bushel and a peck. You bet your pretty neck I do. He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. And I love you, a bushel and a peck. You bet your pretty neck I do. Diddle-diddle-diddle. Goodbye
I love you, a bushel and a peck. That lousy Joey built more, I'll beat 'em all to heck. This.
Hello, Nathan.
Hello, Pie Face.
How are you, handsome?
Fine. What do you got here?
A book.
A book. You're always reading books. You're becoming a regular bookie.
Nathan, darling, this is very interesting. The doctor gave it to me. I went to him about my cold.
Well, how is your cold?
No, it's the same. So the doctor asked me how long I had had it, and I told him a long time. And I said I thought it was an account of my dancing with hardly any clothes on, which is what I usually wear. And he said to read this book because he said it might be due to psychology.
You haven't got that, have you?
Nathan, this is the psychology that tells you why guys do certain kinds of things.
Oh, well, would it tell you what kind of a doll would go for a certain kind of a guy, which you wouldn't think she would do so?
What do you mean?
Just for instance, I mean, there are certain dolls you can almost bet they wouldn't go for certain guys.
Nathan, no matter how terrible a fellow may seem, you can never be sure that some girl won't go for him. Take us.
Yeah.
Nathan, starting with next week, I'm going to be getting a raise. And with what I'll be making, I was wondering what you might think. Maybe we could finally get married.
Well, of course we're going to, sooner or later.
Oh, I know, Nathan. But I'm starting to worry about Mother.
Your mother? What about your mother?
Well, Nathan, this is something I never told you about before. But my mother, back in Rhode Island, she thinks we're married already.
Well, why would she think a thing like that?
Oh, well, I couldn't be engaged for 14 years, could I? People don't do that in Rhode Island. They all get married.
Then why is it such a small state?
Anyway, I wrote her I was married.
You did, huh?
Uh-huh. And then, after about 2 years...
What, after about 2 years?
We had a baby.
You told your mother we had a baby?
I had to, Nathan. Mother wouldn't have understood if we hadn't.
What type of baby was it?
It was a boy. I named him after you. Nathan.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And where is Nathan Jr. supposed to be now?
Oh, he's at boarding school. I wrote Mother he won the football game last Saturday.
I wish I had a bet on it.
But Nathan, that's not all, Nathan.
Don't tell me he has a little sister.
All those years, Nathan. Mother believes in big families.
Just give me the grand total.
5.
Your mother must be a glutton for punishment.
Anyway, Nathan, now we really are getting married, and it won't be a lie anymore.
Well, Adelaide, how can you do such a thing to a nice old broad like your mother?
But Nathan, you don't even know my mother.
But I'll be meeting her soon, and what will I tell her? What will I tell her I did with the 5 kids? I traded them to the Phillies or something? What are we gonna do?
We could get married.
But marriage ain't something you jump into like it was a kettle of fish. We ain't ready.
I'm ready, Nathan. Oh, what do you think I got in this box? Nathan, what do you think I got in this box?
Sally's wedding shop. I can't guess.
Oh, it's a wedding veil. I've had it for 3 years now. I'm not going to show it to you because it's bad luck. Do you want to see it?
It's bad luck.
Oh, so you see, Nathan, I got the bail. Now all we need is our license and our blood test.
A what?
Our blood test, it's the Lua.
Oh, what a city. First they close my crap game, then they open my veins.
Nathan, you are not planning to run the crap game again.
Oh, Adelaide, how can you think such a thing? Why do you think I give up the crap game? It's because I love you, and I want us two to be the happiest married couple that there is in the world.
Has anyone seen an earring out here? I don't think so. No. You! I'm all dated up tomorrow night with Society Max, and he goes to Princeton to count a young dopey crap game. Honest, Adelaide, I pity. Oh, there it is.
Adelaide, look at me. I'm down on my knees.
Oh, get up. It reminds me of your crap game.
Oh, look, Adelaide, you're getting yourself upset. You and I are going to be all right. After all, we love each other, and we're gonna get married.
I don't believe you anymore.
But it's true. Oh, you'll feel better tomorrow. Come on, cheer up, honey. Let's see that old smile. That's my girl. See you tomorrow.
It says here, the average unmarried female, basically insecure, due to some wrong frustration may react with psychosomatic symptoms, difficult to endure, affecting the upper respiratory tract. In other words, just from waiting around for that plain little band of gold, a person can develop a cold. You can spray it wherever you figure the streptococcus like. You can give her a shot for whatever she's got, but it just won't work. If she's tired of getting the fisheye from the hotel clerk, a person can develop a cold. It says here, the female remaining single, just in the legal sense, shows a neurotic tendency, see note. Tendency, see note. Note, see note. Oh, see note. Clever. Chronic organic syndromes, toxic or hypertense, involving the eye, the ear, the nose, and the throat. In other words, just from wondering whether the wedding is on or off, a person can develop a cough. You can feed her all day with the vitamin A and the bromo fizz, but the medicine never gets anywhere near where the trouble is. If she's getting a kind of a name for herself and the name ain't his, a person can develop a cough. And furthermore, just from stalling that wedding trip, a person can develop a grip. When they get on the train for Niagara, and she can hear church bells chime, the compartment is air conditioned and the mood sublime. Then they get off at Saratoga for the 14th time. A person can develop la grip, la post-nasal drip, with the wheezes and the sneezes and a sinus that's really a pep. From a lack of community property and a feeling she's getting too old, a person can develop a big bad
seen Sky. He was just following Miss Sarah. She gave him a look that would have pulled off a moose at mating time.
Great. Just as long as he don't take her to Havana.
Havana? He couldn't take this doll to New Rochelle. Where is Nathan? He ought to be lining up the crap game.
I don't know. I suppose looking for Adelaide. She's mad at him again.
I tell you, that Miss Adelaide is always taking his mind off of honest work.
Nicely. It's too bad that a smart businessman like Nathan has to go and fall in love with his own fiancée.
I know, Benny, this is his weakness. We have to be more tolerant, for I am told it is a worldwide weakness. Look, what's playing at the Roxy? I'll tell you what's playing at the Roxy. A picture about a Minnesota man so in love with a Mississippi girl that he sacrifices everything and moves all the way to Biloxi. That's what's playing at the Roxy.
What's in the Daily News? I'll tell you what's in the Daily News.
Tell me about it.
Story about a guy who bought his wife a small ruby with what otherwise would have been his union dues. That's what's in the Daily News.
What's happening all over? I'll tell you what's happening all over. A guy sitting home by his television set who once used to be something of a rover. That's what's happening all over.
Love is the thing that has licked him, and it looks like Nathan's just another victim.
Yes, sir. When you see a guy reach for stars in the sky, you can bet that he's doing it for some doll.
When you spot a John waiting out in the rain, chances are he's insane, as only a John can be for a Jane.
When you meet a gent paying all kinds of rent for a flat that could flatten the Taj Mahal,
call it sad, call it funny, but it's better than even money that the guy's only doing it for some doll. When you see a Joe saving half of his dough, make a bet they'll be making it for some doll.
When a bum buys wine like a bum can't afford, it's a cinch that the bum is under the thumb of some little broad.
When you meet a mug lately out of the jug, and he's still lifting platinum folderol,
call it hell, call it heaven, it's a probable 12 to 7 that the guy's only doing it for some doll. Bring up the girls! Come on, boys, big smiles. Love those little boys. Smiles all over. You want to pinch them.
When you see a sport and his cash is run short, make a bet that he's making it with some doll.
When a guy wears tails with the front gleaming white, who the hell do you think he's tickling pink on Saturday night?
When a lazy slob takes a good steady job and he smells from Vitalis and Barbasol,
call it dumb, call it clever, opportunity give us forever that the guy's only doing it for some doll. Some doll.
So no, the guy's only doing it for some doll.
Well, we finally lost him.
I do think you should have paid some attention to him.
Yes, he came to every street meeting we had this morning. He must be interested in our work.
Very.
By the way, you spoke beautifully this morning, Sarah.
No, I can't reach these people. I should have never volunteered for this post. Well, let's go into lunch.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And I was going to convert Broadway all by myself. I was going to take these gamblers and have them just begging to come to the mission. General Cartwright?
Good morning, Sarah. All right.
Good morning, General.
General, we didn't know you were coming into town.
I got in early this morning. I spent the last hour trying to find you.
Oh, I'm sorry. We were holding some extra street meetings trying to stimulate more interest.
Good morning, General.
Good morning. Sarah, there is something I want to talk to you about.
Won't you come inside? Have some lunch with us.
No, I don't have time, dear. I have several other calls to make. Sarah, we at headquarters have come to a definite conclusion. We have decided to, close this branch of the mission.
Oh, no.
Close the mission?
But, General, please. Someone can do good here. Even if I can.
Sarah, there are so many calls on us, so many other places where our work is really needed.
But we're doing much better now.
Yes, we've called a big meeting for tomorrow night.
You announced a meeting. Will anyone be here? Will anybody come?
Pardon me. I couldn't help overhearing. General, my name is Sky Masterson, former sinner.
How do you do?
How do you do? I wish to protest the closing of this mission. I believe Miss Sarah can be a big success here.
I am glad to hear you say that, but I'm not so certain.
$1 will get you 10.
What?
General, Might I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Why don't you come to the meeting tomorrow night and find out for yourself? Don't you think that would be a good idea?
Well, if I thought the mission had a chance, I
General?
just might...
I personally guarantee you 12 genuine sinners.
Hallelujah!
Hallelujah.
Y'all got your carnations? Yeah, well, remember, no one gets into the game without they got their red carnation. It's like a password.
Okay, but where's the game?
I'll tell you in a minute. Nathan isn't all set. Can I tell the guys it's at the Biltmore garage?
Not yet. I gotta stall them for a while. Joey wants his dough first.
It's almost 11 o'clock. They ain't gonna stick around forever.
So sue me. I left nicely at my hotel to wait for
Hey,
you.
Julia, be at the bar.
Oh, nicely. Where's the dough?
You haven't come yet.
I told you to wait for it.
I felt a little faint, Nathan. I have to get some groceries. Come on.
Get back to the hotel and wait for the money from Sky, and don't come back here without it, even if you
Right,
stop today.
right. Shut up.
Where's the game, Detroit?
Hey, Harry the horse. How are you, Harry? How's everything in Brooklyn?
Detroit, if you do not have no place for your game, tell us, and we will seek elsewhere for entertainment.
Yeah! Take it easy, Harry.
I hope, Detroit, that you will not spoil our evening, as much as I happen to be entertaining a very prominent guest tonight. I think you might have heard of him. I would like you to meet Big Julie from Chicago.
Why, how do you do, Big Julie? Welcome to a fair city in which, as you know, the heat is on. But just be patient and you'll get some action.
What do you say, Big Julie? Shall we stick around or shall we blow?
I come here to shoot crap. Let's shoot crap.
Sure.
Nathan, if there is no crap game tonight, I am sure Big Julie will be considerably displeased. And Big Julie does not like to be displeased, as you can find out from those citizens who at one time or another displeased him. Although I will admit it is very hard to find such citizens, in view of the fact that they are no longer around and about.
Why, Harry, you don't think I would be so rude as to displease a gentleman like Big Julie here, do you? Big Julie, believe me, when I tell you that when Nathan Detroit arranges something, you can count on it that he comes
An
through.
interesting gathering indeed. The cream of society. Angie the Ox, Society Max, Rusty Charlie, Liver Lips Louie, hey, Harry the Horse, all the way from Brooklyn. And, pardon me, I'm very bad on names, but your face looks familiar. Mind telling me where you're from?
East Cicero, Illinois.
Oh, what do you do there?
I'm a scoutmaster.
Well, never helped my mother across the street. Lovely. What's the occasion?
Well, we were just...
It's a party.
Indeed. What kind of a party?
Bye, girls. See you tomorrow.
It's a bachelor dinner. Nathan's getting married.
What?
That is correct, Lieutenant. It's a bachelor
getting
dinner.
married.
Nathan's getting married.
Yes, sir.
For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, which nobody cannot deny.
Oh, Nathan, I'm so thrilled. Why didn't you tell me?
It was a surprise.
But when I saw you standing here with all these fine gentlemen, I never dreamed it was a bachelor dinner. I thought it was
Oh, it's a bachelor dinner. It's a bachelor dinner.
Just think, after 14 years, I'm finally going to become Mrs. Nathan Detroit. Time certainly does fly.
Tell me, Nathan, when is the happy day?
Oh, Nathan, when will it be?
Well,
Nathan, these good fellows are nice enough to give you a bachelor dinner. You should at least tell them the wedding date.
well, we need time for a license and our blood test, right?
Oh, gee, wouldn't it be wonderful if we could get married tomorrow night? Right after the show at the Hard Box.
Adelaide, we need time for a license.
You could elope.
What?
Nathan, that's a great idea. Elope. I'll lend you my getaway car, my Buick.
Oh, Nathan, let's do it.
Well, what the hell?
My congratulations too, Nathan, and I only hope there is nothing in heredity.
Oh, Nathan, I've got so many things to do before we elope. You'll be at the Hot Box tomorrow night.
I'll have a table reserved, and I'll be all dressed up in whatever you elope in.
Oh, Nathan, I'm so happy. I ought to wire my mother. Only what'll I wire her?
Send the telegram and date it back.
I think we'd better wait until we have 5 children. It won't take us long.
Nathan, you are indeed a lucky fellow, a most beautiful doll indeed. Do you agree, Big Julie?
Tell me, how long you know this doll?
14 years.
Let's shoot crap out of it.
Nathan, you better find a place for the game.
How can I? The money from Sky ain't come yet.
Maybe it won't come. Maybe he took Miss Sarah to Havana.
He couldn't have. How could he? She couldn't have gone.
How about a drink?
A milkshake, please.
Dulce de leche.
These are delicious. What did you call them?
Dulce de leche.
Dulce de leche. What's in it besides milk?
Oh, sugar and a sort of native flavoring.
Well, what's the name of the flavoring?
Bacardi.
It's very good. I think I'll have another one. Doesn't Bacardi have alcohol in it?
Only enough to act as a preservative.
You know, this would be a wonderful way to get children to drink milk.